Hello, welcome guys. As we had talked earlier in the previous video about the jackpot fallacy, this is a continuation of the story time with Bloom. Uh, you get that narrative of you'll win a jackpot or share this jackpot moves to add many other people to play these jackpots. So we started with 1 million people playing with 100 bob to generate the betting company 100 million Kenyan shillings. So that little people will come close or will lose some few matches and it will be like, oh, I almost won this game. So you, as the other person who did not place these bets, will be moved to go and place for you also to get a chance to win this and like 400 million. Now I'm using this 400 million as a figure. I'm not quoting any betting company, but if you see others doing it or others playing it and they miss by very few teams, you are pushed to place this. Remember, we started with 1 million. Let's even just add another million in the second week or the second month. So there's 200 million to be won or to be shared by winners. So with the jackpot price at 400 million and the only one week's play, 200 million playing for 100 shillings is only 200 million. So when you play for 2 weeks, like this week and the next week, that the company has already generated 200 million. That is half the jackpot prize amount. So in the third week, you will hit 300 million. No, it will, okay, my maths are wrong. The first week it will be 200 million, the second week 200 million. So in 2 weeks it will be even with the jackpot amount. So when you are playing for the whole month with the same 200 million for 100 shillings, you'll have generated the betting company revenues up to 800 million Kenyan shillings. So this company is not in a scary mood or is not scared for a person to win this 400 million because it has always or it will always make more than what is being made. Now let's move to these midweek jackpots of like 5 millions per 10 games. So when you play these games, occasionally many people win, but when you win or when you happen to win, you are always bombarded with the same trick of you won a lot of people. So if the prize was 5 million and you win, you are told that you won 100 people. So you end up getting like 500k per person. But behind the scenes, as I talked earlier, you could have won only 2 people or even only you that is the winner. But because there's no way to verify the other winners, because these guys have the secrecy and also have the manpower, because I've shown you how they make money. They have more money to go to court or to pay these guys to rule in their favor. So when you are told that you are 100 people and you are sharing the amount of 5 million, you end up getting way less money than you are supposed to get, and the company keeps the other amount. So let's say that you bet the same 100 shillings and 100 people, no, 1 million people, the same 100 shillings. That is 100 million for the game that has a jackpot of 5 million. So the company has already made 95 million plus if you could win all the money. So if you go to litigations, they can uh, afford to lose another 2 million to pay this guy and this guy to rule in their favor. So always these companies are making a lot of money from us being stupid. Let me use that word. Because these guys are making a lot of money from these jackpots. I've told you, even I've not gone to the sports betting or the aviator. I'm just talking of the jackpots. So they realize that this is a fallacy that, or this is an avenue that they can trick Kenyans, or they can trick tipsters or these other investors that we are not really researching, that they can trick us, that you can use 100 shillings to get millions. So we end up betting day in, day out, with this weekend, next weekend, up to a year without a clear winner. So with those just few maths, that 1 week they are making 400, 200, the second week 400, the third week 600 million. In 1.5 months, they have already made 1 billion from only jackpot bets. So even if the winning amount or the jackpot amount is 1 billion, they can make that easily in 2 months, and the company will still be running if they at all get a winner for the jackpot. But many are cases that the jackpots go years and years without getting a winner. So they end up resetting or stagnating at a certain point. Uh, so you are wondering, where will this money go? Well, these guys invest and get to buy these posh cars. For example, you can see from our examples of those high-end managers from these big companies. They buy cars each and every month, like their shoes. So this money, they are guaranteed that you cannot win it back. Even if you get a winner today, the money they have made over the years is more than 100 times. Even 100 is small, but more than 100 times what they will award the winner. So at the end of it all, you can see, even when these not midweek, but the bonuses winners, the 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, they are just a drop in the ocean for those guys. So you can see they splash a welcoming parade for these guys. They can afford to do that because they have got a lot. And I told you, when you refer the other person, you are just making more profit for these guys. So the more we play, the more they win, the more they get money, the more they get to flaunt those big machines on our faces. As I said earlier, I'm not advising anyone. This is my story, my story time. You don't need to get attached or emotionally entangled. But this is the fair truth, that we are being used to generate money for these guys on our watch. So we better style up, guys, and stop this craze. They know they have fixed, or they know they have chosen those hard matches that you cannot win anything. So if you are listening, if you have reached this far, I bet that I've opened your eyes. If you have not, well, that's up to you. But all in all, this jackpot thing, or this jackpot craze, should stop, because we are making money for these guys, and these guys are not giving it back to the society. Well, it's their way of making money. they make money from us, but we are the ones that are vulnerable and being used to create that unnecessary wealth. Uh, I don't know if you guys are aware, but these guys are making a lot of money. I'll be doing subsequent stories because I have some insider stories from these betting companies, and I would like to share. I'll not be mentioning names, so keep posted, keep it here. I'll share some strategies they use. You hear of match fixing, you hear of tipsters, you hear of affiliates, you hear of paying to lose or being paid for you to lose. I'll tackle that in subsequent stories. So keep posted and keep sharing these videos to reach those other people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Be blessed.